Hello, my name is Rhea and I'm one of the registered dietitians with Westwind Counseling. Today I'm going to go over kind of what to expect for your first dietitian appointment. This can be especially daunting if this is your first time getting support for eating disorder recovery, or just based on your past experiences with clinicians in recovery in the past. So generally speaking, this first kind of dietitian appointment looks pretty much the same for everybody. We just kind of do general introductions, general get to know each other, no pressure there, just conversation. We usually like to share a little bit about, Westwind's philosophy, how we approach things, kind of our approach to recovery. And then really I treat this session as kind of like an information gathering session. I want to know, if you have any goals for recovery, what your goals for the session are, or if there's anything that you have questions about or that you kind of want to make sure that we touch base on by the end of the session. And then I want to gather some information just so I can get an overall picture about what's going on. So this might look like just general health history, medications, supplements, allergies, intolerances, diagnoses, things like that, any concerns that you have, really anything that you would like to share with me or that you think is relevant. Then I would usually ask about, any GI symptoms that you're having, generally your relationship with food, your history with the eating disorder, current eating disorder behaviors. Usually we talk about, your current supports, challenges, things like that. I'll also ask for kind of just a general, as specific as you can be, but we know it's hard. We'll kind of go over like what's your current intake, and just to get like a picture of what's going on. So again, that's like, we're just trying to get a full picture of what's happening in the first appointment. And there's no pressure to like check everything off the list. If we are going to have future appointments, we will get to that information. We don't need all of that information to have some takeaways from the first session. So I do like to leave room at the end of each session, especially the first session, just to kind of wrap things up, make you feel like you have a plan for the week. And this plan can look different for everybody. This might look like a structured meal plan. It might be specific timings. It might look like some food logging, accountability, asking for support, specific challenges, things like that. So this looks different for everybody, but I like to kind of have some sort of takeaway depending on where you're at or what your needs are at the end of the first session. Now whether you're working from home or in our online program or in our in-person treatment program, we always like to meet people where they're at. This can look a little bit different because of our in-home or in-person treatment program policies. We do have some requirements for minimum intake, just to maintain medical and psychiatric stability, because we aren't a medicalized program. So we can go over any questions you have about that. And of course, if you have any questions, please ask. I can always answer them in future videos. But I think that's generally a good summary of what happens in the first appointment. And then if you are in the in-person or residential or in-home treatment program here in Kelowna, we will see you one-on-one twice a week. So you meet with a dietitian twice a week. Once at the beginning, once at the end of the week. But we're also available during the week. If our door is open, come in, ask questions, any sort of check-ins. We're also available at meal supports. We run groups with the whole group here. So you'll see us kind of generally every single day, but we only have those one-on-ones twice a week. And then if you are in an online program, generally we see you once a week, but this is dependent on everybody. So some people might choose to see a dietitian twice a week, or more, or some people less. It just, again, depends. But I think generally that's it. And again, if you have any questions about how the first appointment goes or the first week goes at Westwind, just let me know and I can try and answer those in the future.